Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Bergmann. We are on June 1st of year 2, and we are working on a large spinach contract, which, of course, has got to save in the middle of everything. If I successfully complete it, it's going to be $15,353 because I borrowed them equipment, and yeah, we're going to be doing that. So, I got a worker going on there. He's been having trouble figuring out how to take full swaths, and he's been going round and round and picking up little bits here and there. Yeah, he's really starting to bother me. Paying him good money, and he's doing that. So we're going to hop over there and take over for him. Because as you can see, he's in the beginning of a row, and he's in the middle, and yeah, we're just going to do it. At least until my trailer's full, then I'll go empty and I'll hire him. And I am going faster than normal because I just want to get this one done. I didn't realize this field was quite so big. So, other than that, we have, let's see, taken the incubated chicks up to the animal dealers. Those are sold. What else have we done? Let's see. We have sold some chili peppers and some onions. We've taken care of all of our chores. And now we're working on this contract. And you'll notice I slowed the time down because the worker was going in such weird circles and stuff that I decided to just slow it down and make sure I can complete it. Because I'm not going to lose $15,000 by him going around in circles and not getting anything done. So, yeah, there's that. Now, I can hold approximately 37,000 or something like that in that trailer, so I have about 73% currently on the trailer, and if I get one more route, I'm going to go down here, turn around, and come back up, and that'll be plenty, I think, to fill up the trailer. And then I'll just turn the worker loose again and let him run while I deliver that to Baywa. We are going to be doing something different this round, though, because if I have the mod loaded that I want to have loaded, it's going to get us going, I think. We'll see. I did put in the price fluctuation mod. I'm not sure what it's called, but I put it in so I could get a little more variation in the market instead of everything in January selling and that kind of thing. I'm going to try and wipe out this little section here real quick. And I did put that in, so hopefully we'll have a little more market variation instead of just a big dip and then a big up. Other than that, I think we might be taking out a loan today, just to give us a little more of a burst of money coming in. Because I have my herds going that are doing well, but I still am not producing the kind of money I would like to see off the farm. So we're going to be, I think, taking a loan out to get the horses going. I really, really, really want to use that facility. So I don't think we'll have too much trouble paying for the $100,000 that or $174,000 that the property costs, because I have the enhanced loan system turned on, which gives me so much of a payment every year instead of pay it back when you want. We'll take a look at that here in just a minute. I just want to clean up this little patch. Get that cleaned up, then I don't have to mess with coming around this corner very often. Even though the worker probably still will try to. I can't leave any traces of plants. There we go. Alright, so we'll shut that off and go zippy down to the trailer, empty. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at the loan system too, because I really want to start getting this farm producing more. And it's either going to be that, or I'm going to take out the money to buy either the vineyard or the brewery, if will allow me to borrow that much. I have not looked to see what the amount is, so we'll check it out. Because within a month or so, all my barley is going to be good to go. I would seriously like to get the brewery going, because that would get us some pretty decent money, I think. Although it is going to make it a little bit harder to keep up with everything. Alright, we'll get you set up on the end of a row here so you can do your thing. And then we'll take that wagon load up to Baywa and get back and take over again. This is going to cost me a little bit of money to have the worker do it, but at least the harvest is continuing while I'm driving all over the country trying to deliver the spinach. Alright, get him going. We'll run down and grab this trailer. And the tractor they gave me is just barely powerful enough to pull this wagon when it's full. So it's a little bit of a struggle getting up there, because there's a couple hills that are pretty good sized. But I do want to take a look at the loan system today and see if we can possibly swing taking a loan out to buy one of those other facilities and get some real money coming in. Come on, tractor, pull it up the hill. They must have gave me the lowest horsepower possible in this tractor, because it is pretty tough to get up these hills. And we're south of the orchard, way south on the map. So we're a long ways away from Baywa. Now, is there a second way to go to Baywa from here? There kind of is. I won't have to go all the way around. Let's try that route. Where's my harvester at? He's coming on that side. Okay, I'm gonna cut across here and take this little road on the side of the thing here. And we're it'll cut a little bit of mileage off my track, but not a whole lot. Alright, now do I want to go? Yes, I do. I want to go this way. Oh, baby, this is a uppy down road. Wow. Alright, now I want to go this way, of course, because there's no road the other way. This should take me to the road just to the east of Baywa, so I can just catch that and not go all the way back around my farm. And there we go. On the northern stretch now. This is a different road than we've ever been on, so it's kind of interesting to see what they got. Nothing cuts across to Baywa, though, that I can tell on this map. Whoa, could be a decent view here. Because this is a road that's just on the western side of my farm, so we'll take this up. Just a tad bit of a struggle get up this hill. Come on, you can do it. And I'm gonna crash because there's a car coming. Come on, pull, pull. Go, Finn, go. There you go. Back on the highway will be in good shape. Okay. get this delivered and we'll be about 65%, give or take, on the contract completion. Swing wide because he's got markers or barriers on the sides of the ramp that makes it hard to fit this tractor in there. But that's okay, we'll make it work. And maybe we will, because I got my trailer tires hooked. Arr. This is why I don't like barriers on the cotton pick and delivery points. Alright, dump this off. Hopefully it'll be about 63 or 64% when we're done delivering here. I'm hoping. I've been at this about an hour prior to starting the stream, so it's taken a little bit of work to get there. 62 and we 57% transported. Alright, we're doing alright with that then. Alright, while we're here, I'm going to very quickly look at... I don't have the extended loan system in. Grr. Alright, so let's look at this real quick. If I take the loan, it's going to take a lot of money. I don't have the enhanced loan on, so I'm not going to do the loan today. If I had that mod loaded, it would be, you know, pay over time kind of thing. You wouldn't have to just pay $5,000 chunks. I like that mod much better than the standard loan system. So I will turn it on or install it again, and then we'll do the loan. But for right now, we just have to, finish these contracts, get them going. I thought I had the enhanced loan system on. But we could do, excuse me, the standard loan too, because we can still pay $5,000 back at a time. It's just that there's no interest that, you know, that amounts to anything on there. And I just missed my turn. Oh well, we'll go the long way. Actually, we won't. We're gonna turn this way, and we're gonna go through the back corner of my yard and out again. And we're gonna go through here, which is gonna be a tighter turn for this trailer. But I made it. And we're gonna go out this gate and back down. Back down this way. It'll take us a different route back to the field, but at least get us there. Alright, let's slow down just a little bit for this curve, because it's a little tighter curve. There we go. And then we go this way. It's funny how you memorize roads really quickly in this game. Alright, just over the hill and down to the end of this field. We'll take another right and we'll be there. Alright, let's take over the harvesting so it doesn't cost us quite as much. And we're going to try and get this wiped out within a reasonable amount of time. And then we'll take a look at what else we can do here. I do want to do one of those industries today, though. Regardless if I have to pause the game and add a new mod or whatever, I'm going to do it. I'd really like to do the enhanced loan system because of the fact that it takes your payments automatically and it charges you interest a little, but it also spreads it over like 3 years of payments. So it'd make it much more affordable than doing the straight loan system. All right, we're gonna go this way. I'm not gonna worry about a few little pieces of spinach left on the field. Except for when I do a worker, he's going to want to pick up every little bit of that. So we will try not to do many workers for a while. We're making pretty good headways. It's going to take me a little bit to get this one done, though, which is why, like I said earlier, I slowed it down so I can guarantee I can get it done in the hour limit they give you. A little sluggish this morning. I haven't slept well all night, so kind of like dragging really bad. That's okay though. We'll make it work. All right, I'm gonna go down and dump, and then catch it back on the other side of this. But I need to dump the contents here because otherwise I'll get down to the other end of the field to be full. That's not what we want to do, because that's going to waste more time. Let's see if I can get lined up coming around the back side of my trailer here. There we go. Made it. Get that dumped. And then we will hook up here and go for another roll. Alright, and we'll pull away while that's settling itself. And zoom around. And get back to it. Alright. Drop that down and off we go. This one won't take too much longer. But at 4 meters or whatever this thing is, it doesn't go fast, that's for sure. Okay. I think I will go ahead and, once I get around this corner, turn the worker loose again, and then we're going to look at the loan system, because I want to, you know, see how much money I can borrow and see if I can do this horse thing or not. I really would like to do horses, but I also want to do the beer. I don't know what I want. Actually, let's just save this, and I'm going to quickly find that enhanced mod. Save it one more time just to make sure we got it. I'm going to take you guys along for the ride with putting in a new mod. And do this, and download things, search, loan, enhanced loan system. That's what I'm looking for. Install, and this gives me, I can choose a number of years that I want to use to repay the loan, so it works nice. Bergmann, and now we gotta turn it on. All right, and that's it. Okay, load it back in the game and we'll be good to go. And then we're going to look and see how much it's going to cost us to get between the three, the horse barn, the brewery I know is 1.7 million or 1.6 million, and the winery I don't remember how much that is, but I would like to know how much it is. I think I might go the horses because they're going to be the much cheaper option. And then we can always do a different loan later on. All right, we're back. Let's hop back over to the field. And let's get our information figured out here. All right, so the horses I said were 179,280. And if we do the winery, which is this one here, but it is this property, is 532,000. And the brewery is stupid expensive at 1.2 million. I guess that's not too bad, but I gotta look and see how much it's gonna cost me to do 1.2 million, if it will allow me to do that much. Take loan. Let's see, I can do 2 million. I'm not gonna do that though. Okay, so we need 1.5. 1, 2, 3. At the 1.5 million period, we're gonna go 3-year loan. It's gonna be a monthly payment of $44,000. Not happening. We're gonna go. Come on, give me the control here. Edit. 180,000. That will pay for the horse barn. That's $5,000 a month. That is much more acceptable. Let's go 5-year. Oh, come on, let me do the edit here. 5 years. Paying back 16,000 in interest, which isn't so bad actually. 3,300. And the 3-year loan was what? 3-year loan was 5,000. $2,000 extra a month. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're getting horses today, people. We are getting horses. Horses. All right, let me check on this dude. Then we'll go check out our horse barn. Because I can make $5,000 a month pretty freaking fast when I start looking at milk and animals and grain and all that stuff. I can do $5,000 a month really fast. And with this, I'm only allowed to pay so much every month. I can't just pay, $5 million off in one fell swoop. I have to do it in increments. I can do one special payment a year or per loan. I'm not quite sure if it's per loan or per year. But either way, it will control this. And are you full? Is that your problem? You've stopped completely. You quit working. Okay. I'm guessing it's full. I don't know for sure, but the worker obviously decided that, oh, it's because I emptied the game. Haha. Exited the game anyway. I have a little trouble talking this morning. Fill that up. Alright, that's what it was. I exited the game. I didn't even think about it. Haha. Alright. Let's see. Get you moving again. And get... I might as well take this up because it's 79%. Will you get off me? How am I supposed to get out of your way if you insist on hooking onto me? Oh, dang it. Get off of me. Alright, come on. Let's go. Forward march. Since this tractor struggles so bad to get this trailer moving, I'm just going to empty it 80%. And then we're going to go check our horses. See what we can do for horses. always take a second loan later on if I want, so that won't be so bad. Oh, wrong way. Grr. Alright, I should have turned, and I didn't turn. Come on, you gutless contractor, let's go. This vent has the tiniest amount of power it could possibly have. Let's go. Let's go. We got work to do and horses to buy. And there's a new mod out too. I don't know how new it is, but you can do horse boarding. That might be a kind of fun thing to do sometime on a map too. Oh, that's a crooked road. Holy cow. How about we slow down just a little bit there? Excuse me. My allergies have not settled down quite yet, but they're getting there. At least I don't have that constant clearing my throat every 5 seconds. That works. Alright, we're going to be very close to 1 or 2 more loads and we're done with this bad boy. Another 15 grand. That'd be nice to just pay off that towards the loan, but I can do that once per year, I think it is. I can put like a lump payment off on the loan. But since I'm going to be investing in horses, I don't want to have too much money. Come on, let's go. I think I can, I think I can. There we go. Now we'll get going. I'm not a fan of Fendt tractors, never have been. Although I do see a few of them around my area now. Not very many, it's still Case and John Deere are the big ones here. Not very many Massey Fergusons either, which I wish there was more. But it's either red or green here, it seems like. Alright, you're stuck on that thing again. Arr. Alright. Got it. And I'm going to hit the pipe. Oh, pipe doesn't have collision. Awesome. Alright, get this done. We should be at about 79, oh, 74. I thought it was more than that. Alright, let's get this back to the field. And then we'll go check out our horse barns. After I purchase them, of course. And then we gotta get it all set up and going, and lots of fun. Alright, pay attention to my turns now so I don't miss that turn again. A lot quicker to go that way. And oh, it's this one up here, coming up right on the side of my farm. Right here. Where I went flipping into the ditch the other day. Alright, here we go. And then I want to go this way. I gotta go into the inside view for this kind of driving. I have a hard time driving otherwise sometimes. Especially on curvy roads. Okay. Pardon me, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, sorry about that. That was a brain shaker of a sneeze. Holy cow. Alright, where's my worker at? Down in the trees again. Are you actually doing something, or are you just sitting there? Looks like he is actually maybe doing something. I'm not sure. What are you doing down here, buddy? Alright, well, at least he's harvesting. We'll let him do his thing. We're gonna hop back to the farm and go buy us some horse barns. Come on, back up. There you go. I'm gonna have to do some edits to this mod and get it so it doesn't go quite as fast, and then there's not as big a delay in moving. Okay, here we go. Our horse barn will be purchased shortly. Bam. And horses by $180,000. Ouch. We better make this thing pay off. Alright, let's get the gates open so we can get through here easier. Check it out real quick. Alright, and we got some. We do have 18 square straw bales. Okay. And not sure what that is. Looks like it might be a tire missing a texture or something here. I don't know. Don't really. Never mind. Okay. Okay, good. So it is a stable like he had in the other on 19. And then you can do some. I think he has storage up here too. I'm not quite sure. Yep, looks like he has bale storage you can put up there. Probably won't do it though. What is this? This is a animal food dispenser. Okay, is there a place we're supposed to store the food? Oh, okay. This is a silo system. Alright, cool. Oh, my eye is going ape crap crazy here. There we go. Okay, so horse paddock A. I can have horses in the paddock, and then I can put horses in the stalls. Is that what the deal is? Oh, so horse box 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so I can run 8 horses, or 4 in here, and how many does the paddock take? Paddock holds 16. Holy cow, we got a lot of horses we can do. We got a riding center, and a food dispenser. I'm gonna need a couple wheelbarrows down here. Alright, let's get this going. Put our purchase point down here so they deliver it in the right spot. And then we're gonna... Where is his wheelbarrows? There they are. Gonna get one good one. And then we're gonna get a dirty one for the mucking the stalls. And then I'm gonna get a couple bags of oats, because my oats won't be ready until fall. So let's go ahead and get some big bags of oats. horse feed. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get 4 bags. Expensive, but we're gonna need it. And then now we'll have a use for all the, let me see, I need to take, save. Horse boxes. I know there's no horses in that thing. Root crops. What the hell root crops do these guys take? Grr. Okay, so hay has 100% thing, and then root crops. I don't know what they need for root crops. All right, let's go get the. I'm trying to think of what I want. I want the telehandler so I can move those bags. And then we're going to look at buying horses here. Come on, get out of the way so I can go. Grrr. And I can't drive worth crap this morning. Come on, get over there. I'm having daytime problems, all kinds of stuff going on here. Alright, let's put this thing away because it doesn't steer very good. I have to work on the steering on that thing. It's very, very touchy. And I might actually sell this truck again because I'm not producing the separated milk, so I really don't have anything for the truck to do. And the orchard's not taking any major amounts of water, so. Let's see. We'll take care of our horse barns here. And then we'll have to come back and get some straw. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Alright, get some stuff figured out here. We'll start with the horses in the paddock. Because those are going to be reasonably simple to deal with, I think. I think these guys will take oats, I think, if I can get them in there. Otherwise, I'll have to bring some hay bales down. I honestly don't know what kind of root crops it says he's supposed to use. Unless they're talking, you know, like carrots or something, maybe. But one would think that they would eat oats and hay like most other horses do. Okay, so that goes in there. Now, that counts as no animals in husbandry. I know there's no animals in the husbandry. Alright. Where the heck is the trigger? Alright, any day now. Can I open animal dialogue, please? Way over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get... We're going to start with 2 horses to make sure that the workers are working properly. I'm going to do a Seal Brown. And he's 12 months old. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to do a Palomino, because I like Palominos. Alright, so we're going to make sure that the horse worker is working like it should. So I'm only going to buy 2 horses for right now. And then I'm going to check their feed levels. Okay, let's see, feed levels. I got something on my headphones. Hang on one second. There's something. Sorry, I had something tickling my ear and it was driving me crazy. Let's see. They've got a base food 100%. Okay, so they could still use some hay, so we'll bring some hay down for them when I get back to the house. But for now, we're gonna close the gate. Where's the trigger? Jeepers creepers. Alright, so we got 2 horses. Aren't you pretty? You're beautiful. Alright, so we do have the horse helpers on, so we'll see if that works. But I'm going to stick with just 2 horses for the time being and make sure that's working. It'll clue in tomorrow if it's actually working or not. So we're going to put you inside here. And then when the oats are harvested at the end of the season, we'll go ahead and put them in the silo. That'll be a good start. So we're going to put you there. Oh, and run smack into our thing. And you in here. And then put the bags in that shed for now. Alright, that takes care of that. We're going to close these doors. Alright, right now we don't have any valuable horses, but they will be working better. And there is an enhanced animal mod that I might play with sometime in a future series. I tried it once before when I tried to do like an animal horse rescue series, and I didn't understand the genetics of the mods. I gotta watch somebody use it so I understand it a little better. Because just like a lot of mods, the directions they give you are very poorly written. Alright, well, you're gonna just hit everything if I leave you up at that angle. So we're gonna put you right there. Just get you under cover for the moment. Come on, get off of there so I can pick you up. There we go. So I can get the other one. Probably not, because there's a tree in the way. That's alright, we'll just take them one at a time. Just temporarily, I'm going to put them in here until I make sure that the horse helper mod is working. When I was doing the testing to do the horse rescue I was doing a while back, the mod wasn't working like it should, so I ended up having to care for 8 horses, and it took, 45 minutes just to ride the horses every day in real time. So it was just like, wow, this is a long time to get everything done. And I'm gonna crash again. Alright, there we go. No, leave the bag there. Leave the bag there. There you go. Now, we're just going to go ahead and take this home. And we'll bring back a couple hay bales when I do that. But I got to check on my worker and make sure he's still doing what he's supposed to do here. Oh, on the freaking ground. Get off the ground. There you go. Excuse me. My coffee's rebounding. Alright, so we'll take care of a couple bales down to him shortly. Right now, let's hop over and get this guy. Make sure he's still working. He's getting there, slow but sure. See if I can pull up next to him, because he's got to be darn near full. Yep, 80%. Let him finish this round and get situated for the next round, and then I'll pick up the stuff. The stuff. And I changed this video to public for this stream, so I'm hoping that it stayed. But YouTube has been doing some funky stuff to me every time I set it up. So it makes everything private, and then, you know, when you try to save it, it doesn't save half the time, and it's just grr. Just a bit of an annoyance, but we're gonna make it work. Alright, get this emptied so he can keep going. And then we're gonna take a look at the other contracts that are available. See if we can keep rolling in the money, since we spent a big chunk of money on getting the horses up and running. Alright, we're gonna do that, and then let's take a look at the contracts that are available. Bale wrapping, fertilizing, another fertilizing, a mowing contract for 5,000. That actually isn't bad. Neither are these fertilizing ones. Interesting. That's another spinach. I don't want to do another spinach one. So we're going to do the mowing. We're going to go accept contract. Good to go. And we need to go to field 44, which is where? I'm confused. That's the shop. Oh, it's way up by the other, by the dairy and spinnery. Okay. Let's hop back over to the farm and get our mowers. Where's my tractor, the big one? Where is the Fiatagri? Over here. I can't bring any bales down to the horses right now because they don't require any more food at the moment. The one bag kind of filled it up. I don't need the silage lifter in there. Let's leave that here. Alright, so we will go get the mowers and get that mowing contract done for another 5,000. And I'm going to sneak out in front of you because I just forgot to get my freaking mower. Grrr. Wow, Nakara, come on, get your poop in a group. Alright, let's go get the mowers. Let's not leave the yard without getting the mowers this time. Crying out loud. Alright, there's that. Where's my other mower? I thought I had bought the mower that was the, what do you call it? Oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? Are you gonna hook up? Okay, good. Could have swore I purchased a mower. Nothing good on sale. One of the front mowers for my current vehicle. I could have swore I did. Let me look at my paper that I had. Oh, equipment. Fiat, Krone, Crampy. I did have a Colossus Quick Mow. Yep, good thing I kept my paper. Colossus Quick Mow, I did have one of those. So I need to buy it and then reimburse myself. And Colossus Quick Mow, realistic. Do that. And we're gonna put it Dutz Green. There we go. And buy. It's only 5,000, so I'm just gonna buy it and done with it. I'm not gonna even reimburse myself. Alright, where did I put it now? Should have put it, I bet you, clear down by the horses. So we'll go down and grab it. Because that's where my latest store deliveries point is at. let's get turned around here. Nope, don't crash into the fences. Alright, let's go get this done. Alright, we need to go way up north by the dairy. Trip. AI workers blocked by an object. He must be blocked by the tractor. As soon as I get up here with the mower, I'll go check on him. Because our field is off to the right after we cross the river. It's like I need to wash my mower. It's filthy. Filthy, I say. Come on, baby, get up the hill. Alright, our contract should be down this road. Not 100% sure though, so maybe I should look. Field 44. Yep, I can take it. I need to go right here. Sorry guys, I had a dry throat all of a sudden. We'll get him up here on field 44. And we're gonna start unfolding stuff so I can get up. I'm gonna start a worker on this one and go check on Dingleberry down in the bottom corner of the map. Alright, you're going to be doing what you're supposed to be doing. And, yep, you're blocked by the tractor. Come on, tractor, let's go. Alright, let's hop in this and do some more stuff, because this guy's taking forever to get stuff done. No, no. Stop, worker. Thank you. Get this done. I'm tired of messing with this contract. Alright, let's get a little more speed to this. I'm thinking that YouTube made this a private video, so I apologize to everybody that might be watching that they didn't get a chance to watch the stream. But I don't want to stop the stream and start the stream again, so I'm just going to keep going since I'm already an hour in. And yeah, because I haven't seen anybody watching or anybody chatting, so I'm assuming that YouTube did its thing. But whatever. Let's get this done. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Little bits and pieces left to clean up now. Because we can go so much faster than the workers can because we don't stop and turn and back up and go forward and back up and go forward 50 times before we actually get started again. Alright, turn another sharp turn here. And get this last pass this side. Should be able to get all this. Alright, perfect. Lift the header up so I can go full speed, which is 25 miles an hour. And turn it on again. And drop it down for this little bit. And then I'm going to swoop around this side of the tractor and get this little tiny tail here. See if I can knock that off of this corner here and get this contract done. Alright, why is... oh, it is going up. Okay, I was gonna say, why is my grass contract not going up? But it is. It is, it is, it is. Get this thing done. I'm tired of... I'm not a fan of the vegetable contracts, but we'll be getting it done anyway. I was messing around on itch.io yesterday, looking at mods and things to see what's out there for, you know, different equipment again. I do that deep dive every once in a while. And they have some really, really cool mods out that are for setting up growing seasons on different maps. Like if you're playing on a German map, you can do like a German growing season. They have a bunch of them made. I forget who does them, but they're a little script that you run, and it overrides Giants growing season, and it makes it more realistic according to the area you live in. Kind of like seasons worked in FS19. Much more realistic and fun. So I'm thinking about when I start another map, I'm going to maybe put that in and try it. Except for it'll have to be either an English map or an American map because he doesn't have one created yet for South America that I found, which is the other map I have prepped to use. So we're going to have to go and play our South American map pretty soon, and then yeah, that we'll try out the new mods and stuff. I'm a sucker for mods. Always have been, always will be. Ever since I started playing Farm Sim on the computer, I'm a sucker for mods. As long as I played the game, there's been a controversy on why Giants can't secure the licensing for the different different brands like Ford and all those. There's a huge controversy that I was reading about a few days ago that people are, the modders especially, are getting frustrated with having to make everything Lizard brand instead of using actual branding. So that's why they're not putting the mods through the in-game mod hub, because they're tired of the Lizard branding. So that's one thing. I'm going to try and clean up this little corner a little bit. Much better. I'll just leave that one little plant. It won't hurt anything. And we're almost full. I'm going to see if I can get down to where the tractor is, which I might have to just move it up here. Yep, we're full. Alright. Oh, can we just hop? Yep, we can. I'm gonna pull that wagon, tractor. And my favorite tractor from 22, which was the Dudesfar Bull. It was nicknamed the Bull, but it is basically a Dudesfar 9000 series. Yeah, I finally found it for 25, and I am so excited. I want to use that tractor, but it's a little bit big for this map. So I haven't downloaded it yet, but I found it and I added it to my mod list, but I haven't installed it on anything yet. Close enough. Grr, back up. Nope, other way. I hate articulated equipment. Hate it with a passion. I end up looking like a wagging tail. So let's get this finished up. Yeah, I know, lower bunker. That's one thing I wish they would change, is the little blinking messages that you get. It's just like, just don't let the machine do it until it's done. At least it's a little message and it's not gigantic like it used to be. I got about maybe 4 passes left, and we'll be done with this field and can collect our 15,000, which will be nice. Get her done. Okey-dokey. Looks like we're gonna have maybe one more pass. But it's gonna be 2 trailer loads because I think my trailer is full. So that kind of sucks, but it's good otherwise. Tiniest little bit to clean up. because I do believe my trailer is full, and I'm not driving this thing all the way up to Bergmann dumping it. So we're just gonna put it over by the road and park it, and then we'll quick run up to the other facility. Alright, we're done. Let's park this over by the road over here with its bunker already lifted, and we'll go dump at Bergmann and come back. And with that, I can speed time back up. And I only did it for this one because I wanted to make sure that I didn't run into timing issues. Alright, that can stay there. Let's go get this and get it over to Bergmann. This should almost finish the contract, I think, because we're at 95%, so maybe I'll get some extra cash out of this one. Inside so I can gauge how fast I'm going around some of these curves, because this is the mystery road that all of a sudden you get a big dip that you have to go through, which is right here. Whoa! Okay. And I have decided I'm going to start working on my map again of my home area. It's going to take me a while, but I think I might do live streams on it. I'm not sure. We'll see. I might try one or two and see if people like watching me work on the map, or I'm not 100% sure if I'll do that though, because there's a lot of flipping between XML back and forth, getting things done. If I'm actually putting the map together, it might be okay, but I need to do a lot of XML work prior to starting the decorations and stuff, because, and I need to refresh my memory too on how to do stuff, but it's going to be a lot of off-camera work because of the fact that I don't remember squat about how to make maps for Farm Sim. So I got to go back and watch a bunch of videos and learn how to do it again. We'll go back and watch some Farmer Bob. Come on, Bessie, get up the hill. You can do it. I'm thinking a mid-morning nap is going to be in order because I'm getting tuckered again. My eyes are hurting of all things. But I will do what I need to do. Make another hour so I can finish out my stream, and then I'll double check it and make sure it's it makes sure it's public, so I'm not eliminating the ability for people to watch it. Get this dropped off. I'm hoping that the contract is done, so that last trailer full will be money in my pocket. Hoping. Pay for the silly workers and stuff. Alright, get that dumped. Contract finished. Nice. So that last spinach harvest is going to be mine. $1,400 already that we earned from spinach, and then we got the last of the trailer back over there to get. Bring that up and get the money from that. So we're going to make about, I'm going to guess, 18, give or take. By the time we get that last trailer in there. I mean, spinach and stuff does make pretty good money, but it's just harvesting is so slow, and you know, with the, unless you use the Colossus, it takes forever to harvest some of them because the machines are so tiny. They're monstrous size, but they're tiny vehicles, or tiny headers on them. Get this corner turned here. Oh, I hit that stupid rock he's got buried in the weeds over there. Dang it. I'm tempted to take the map object hider and do that. Get rid of that stupid rock he's got there. Alright, we're gonna hot dog it through here. Dog, here we go. Oh, hey Bruiser. Hey Bruiser, how you doing? I thought the stream was private because everybody wasn't showing up or doing anything, so I didn't know if you guys could see it or not. And I'm on so early because I couldn't sleep, so I've been up since like 3 o'clock this morning. So I decided to throw together a video. Lunch and a long walk. Nice. Yeah, I'll be fixing some lunch here in about 3 hours, give or take. Alright, let's get this last trailer load and get our money off of this one. Catch you up quickly, Bruiser. I have, I took a loan out and got the horse barn. I bought 2 horses, and we're waiting to see if the horse helper mod is working right before I buy any more. That way I don't, you know, invest a ton of money and then I have to sit there and ride them all. Which is not something I like to do in the best of times. And we're finishing a spinach harvesting contract that's paying 13,000 plus. Actually, I think it's 15,000 plus. So we'll take this up and deliver it to Baywa. Come on, let's go. I'm not sure if it's on console or not. It's a script, so it might not be. I honestly haven't played console farm sim for a long time. Last time I played was like 30 minutes on FS25, so. And I was only playing that because a friend of mine was playing on console and he got it for free when Giants offered it. And then he got bored after he planted the fields and said, now what do I do? I said, now we do contracts or just wait? And he says, well, this is dumb. I'm like, no. No, it's a lot of fun. But like I said, I don't know if the horse helper mod is on there or not because it's a script. So, sure would be nice though. Then you guys can enjoy the horses. Come on, stay on the road. Why are you having such trouble staying on the road this time? Huh. Did I take the different road? No, because this is the one that's coming up on the side of my farm. Maybe I just missed the mud puddles last time. Looks like you can feel the mud. Oh yeah, you can. It slows you down, and it also gets very rough. And there's scripts out, I don't know if you have them on console or not, that make the mud last longer and they make it stickier. There's some really crazy mods out there if you're on PC. I know you're not on PC, but crazy stuff. Come on, Fent. This is why I don't like Fents. They're big, ugly tractors, and they don't have much horsepower unless you get the big ones. Come on, let's go. Grr. But I knew my little Fiat Agri would never pull this trailer up the hill, so I decided to get the bigger tractor. Alright, take this to Baywa and get our monies. Because this whole trailer load is going to be mine free and clear because I'm finished with the contract, so it'll be nice monies. Alright, let's get some dollars here. Hit every bumper possible with the tractor and trailer and get stuck. Yep, come on, get off that bumper. A little more. There we go. Let's see how much money we can make. Holy cow. Well, we made 11.7 on this round, and we made 1,500 the last round. Plus, we have the contract itself, which is 15,000, which is almost 30 grand that we made off that spinach harvesting contract. So it's really paying good money. But again, I have the better contracts mod running too, so it gives me better payouts and stuff. Alright, let's take this back to the farm, and then we'll just complete the contract and get rid of the equipment. And then I gotta check on my mower that I have going. He looks like he's done too, I'm not sure though. Gotta pay off that loan somehow for the horses. Okay, take this. I don't know if I can fit this through the door without crashing. Nope, I can't. Come on, let's go. I hate this gate with a passion when you're trying to get through it with bigger equipment. Because like now, I'm stuck. Because he didn't put enough height to the stupid gate. Grr. That's my pet peeve. Anyway, now that I'm done with that, okay, we'll finish this one. That one. And then this one, I'm going to go get my equipment. Because it's way up in the North 40 up somewhere. There it is. Way up here. And I don't need the grass or the hay, so I'm just gonna finish this one. We're gonna complete it. Alright, what else do we have for contracts? Do we have any more mowing? No, we do not. Fertilizing, 5291. We could wipe out some fertilizing ones, but I'm really not in the mood to do anymore. I know what we'll do. We'll go check on our orchard. We haven't done that for a while. I need to get a few more barrels. And where am I? I'm on the north end of this area here. So we're gonna go this way and then this way back to the farm. We're gonna check on the orchard, get some more of that stuff to sell, and then check on our horses, make sure they're doing all right. And I forgot to turn the time back up since I finished that contract, that big monster. Turn the time back to 5 times. Oops, not 6, 5. So that'll get this day to go past a little bit faster. Get this back to the farm. We could do our own mowing and do some clover hay, I guess. Do that too. We really don't need that many hay bales right now because I've got 114 in storage, but we could always store them at the horse barn and use them there. So then I wouldn't have to take them from the main farm down to the horse barn. That might be a plan. Because I'm sure the clover's ready to harvest. Which is coming up right here. Are you ready to harvest, clover? Ready to harvest. Yield bonus. It needs lime. You know what? I'm gonna take a cutting off of here right now and get some lime on it after I do the mowing. Alright. And turn you on, drop me down. I don't want to drop the back more down yet. Now I'll drop you down. Alright, we'll get this done. Not a lot of grass, but it'll be enough to make some decent hay. I'll need to lease a tedder though, because I don't have one of those again. I do have the windrower though. But we'll get a load of hay bales off of this for the horsies. And then I should be just about done with everything for the day again. And I might sleep just to make sure the horses get taken care of, just to see. Wrong thing. I want to drop you down. Get the horses taken care of just to make sure that the horse helper mod is working. Alright, and get this turns done on the outside edge, and that'll help with the alignment on this. So I don't have those little tufts of grass sticking out underneath. Okay. Let's see. Will a worker do this, or are they going to be a pain in the butt? Not sure what he's doing, but I'm going to grab the other tractor and get the windrower. Actually, a tedder, not windrower. This little guy. Nope, I don't want the sprayer. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. And let's rent us a tedder so I can make clover hay. I'm gonna go with the crone, I think. That's 8 meters wide. Details. Lease. Yes. Okay. And again, I don't remember where my purchase point is. I think it's at the horses, I think. So we now own a horse paddock, which is nice. I'm excited that we finally got that. I've been waiting for that. And once I can verify that the horse mod is working, I'm gonna get a bunch more horses. Just want to make sure that it's working. Because I don't fancy riding 16 horses for 5 minutes each. Okay, this guy's taking forever to do the mowing. Oh, you're gonna go in straight lines, aren't you? Alright, hang on. We're gonna get rid of you. And drop you down. I'm gonna do it myself because it'll be 10,000 times faster. Otherwise he'll turn around and go straight line, turn around, straight line, and just drive me crazy. I almost need more horsepower to run these mowers because the Fiatagri's kind of struggling a little bit. You hear it on the engine. Someday I might look and get into getting a bigger vehicle. right this moment, the Fiatagri is doing a fine job. Go down to this edge. Yep, I think I need to plow this up and replant it into just regular grass. It seems to be growing better as grass than clover does. I got some big ugly patches in here for clover. Might do that. Replant it and let it grow for a season since I'm caught up with, yeah, that. Either that or I'll wait till fall and then plow it up and get her going. It's like the worker misses a chunk. That's an odd patch of grass. That must be just one of those weird things that from when the map was made didn't plant quite right or something. Fiatagri struggles just the tiniest bit on this field, with the front mower and back mower on it. Almost done. Just a little bit left. Then we'll switch over to the other tractor. Alright. Bring you off and up. Fold you up. We'll just park you over here. Ah, stuck on a tree. Over here. Grab you. Make us a tad bit of hay. Horses love it, that's for sure. Sorry I'm not talking. I'm getting tired. Finally starting to get sleepy. So I might just finish this stream and lay down for a couple hours. And then get up and do some work on my publisher stuff. We had 4 inches of snow yesterday, which is pretty typical for this time of year where I live. So, just one of those things. Gotta go through the last part of February, and then March is usually, they do that old wives' tale that says March comes in like a lion, it's going to go out like a lamb, and then vice versa. If it comes in like a lion or lamb, it's going to go out like a lion. And most of the time it sticks pretty true. So I'm waiting to see what March comes in like. And then we'll know if we have nice weather. But since the climate's been changing a little bit in the last 10 years or so, we've not always predicted true using that formula. Alright, get this done. And get the bales. I'm going to make baby bales so I can handle them easier, I think. And since I don't have to rent another baler. It was one thing to rent it for that field and that big grass field over there, but to rent it for this one just doesn't make sense. So I'll just make baby bales for this one. And I just realized I don't have full speed turned on. So that's what's taking me so long. I'm used to going a lot faster when I do this kind of stuff. And yes, I know it's not realistic. Don't particularly care. I'm just gonna go up and down real quick. Instead of going in circles, I make myself dizzy if I go in circles. That would be a good thing. Excuse me. It's because I'm sitting still and I'm not doing a whole lot with my hands and stuff. Small squares, what I hope to do in real life someday. Yeah, that'd be cool. Get yourself a little old baler and a nice little tractor. One of the YouTubers I watch popped up with a video showing an old New Holland baler and how much of an old workhorse that thing was. One of the 120 balers. And he says once it broke, you're done with. He says you have to have either somebody make you a new drive shaft for it, or he said you just park it and get a different one. Because there's like one main drive shaft that runs the whole thing. And he said you'll hear a tremendous bang when that breaks, and then you're pretty much done with that baler. But as long as it runs, it was awesome. Alright, this grass is looking pretty sick. I think I will plow this up. Make it look better. It's pretty thin, because I'm only getting like a 67% return on this one. Alright, get this folded up and out of my way. We'll go get the windrower. I'm just going to return this real quick. Garage, switch mode, turn. Yes. Yes. Alright, we'll go get the windrower and race the car. Windrower should be right over here. And the baler's over by the firewood maker. Alright, let's go. Whoa, cars, 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 yikes. There we go. Alright, get off the road before I get run over. I don't have the biggest windrower, but It'll do the purpose. Yep. Alright, so we'll have this done, and then I'm going to fast forward before I end the stream. Fast forward through the night to make sure the horsies get taken care of. Okay. Oh, I'm getting stiff. I'm going to have to get a move. Easy up. And go back down. This all done so I can get the little Massey Ferguson baler in here and do baling. I'd like to buy a bigger square baler before the straw comes off the barley fields and the oat fields, because that is going to take a long time. No, I don't want a worker. Get off. That's going to take a long time to get all that straw picked up. I don't know how much open straw, loose straw that my barn holds. I'll have to look into that too. Because if it holds a decent amount, I might just do picking it up with the forage pickup. I honestly do not know what it holds. Nip the bottom edge of this a little bit. Drop down. There you go. One more pass, and we should have it all windrowed. And I'll go snag the baler. And I don't know if that baler has a hitch on the back. If it has a hitch, I might put the auto-connect or auto-collect bale trailer behind it. I'm not sure if it has one. Alright, just a little tiny dab here. Get that. And up we go. Fold it up. Oh, come on. I don't want to detach. I want to fold it. Thank you. There we go. And we'll wash it later. I'm not worried about washing it. I am probably one of the least washing people in the world. I'll put it over here so I remember to wash it. And I'm going to hop over and grab the bigger tractor and bring that back. I'll dump the mowers off, so I remember to wash them too. Alright, let's grab the dude's far. And we'll go get the baby baler and get that done. And I'm going to have to move some of the pigs over to the butcher shop again because I've got 10 pigs in the little pens, and I've got 5 or 6 in the other pen, so I only have a quantity of 6 that I can hold. So as those little ones get big, I'm going to have to... What am I doing? Baler, that's up top. Dang it. As those little ones get bigger, I'm going to have to move them through the pen, so to speak. Let's see, baler, over here in the corner. Got that. Let's go get her done. This does indeed have a hitch on the back of it. Wonder if I can do that. I'm gonna try it. Come on, cars, get out of the way. I'll turn around. There's so much traffic on this map. It's crazy amount of traffic. There's a few tweaks I would do if I was gonna play this map for a really long time. I would tweak the amount of cars, I would tweak the cost of the land. I would do a lot of little tweaks to it. Because if I remember right, I think he has a 60,000 multiplier on the land, or per acre on the land, which, again, is one of my pet peeves, is it's about $4,000 an acre in Germany, so I do not understand. No, it's not going to hook up. Oh, fine, save. Come on, get off of there. No, it's not gonna hook up. Okay. Fine, be that way. Be that way. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. And run over my traffic here. Sneak across in front of that so we don't get run over, and get backed up a little bit and unfold this bad boy. And unfold, turn it on, put the header down. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of cleanup along here because it's not picking up everything, but the majority of it's getting. A lot of times I'll take the John Deere trailer that's an auto load and put it behind this baler, but I don't really need a bale trailer that's bigger than what I have, because I'm not doing massive amounts of bales. Quite a few little bales off of this, which is good. And I'm missing a bunch. Did I pick it up? Most of it I got. Okay, good. Loves little bits to touch up. I'm done. Because my rows are so nice and straight. So we're gonna have a nice pile of bales for the horses. It's gonna be a good thing to do. I'm actually really excited to see if the horses are cared for overnight. I need to check their stats before I sleep, and then after I sleep again to make sure it's working. Because their health should go up if they're cared for before midnight kicks over. Yep, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna have to go lay down after this. I need to call my mom first, though. She pays almost $150 a month for cable TV, and her cable TV keeps going out because it's done through Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi system keeps losing the password for some reason, and we're just frustrated with it. She doesn't know the first thing about technology, so we're all trying to help her learn how to use it and all that. And it's not the easiest thing to teach an 88-year-old how to use cable TV, or other than regular TV and cable. We could just get her, internet, and then get her a Roku or something like that, but yeah, we'd be struggling to teach her how to use it. So, oops, I see a little bit of a chunk of grass I want right there. So I gotta check and see if the cable man has come over and fixed her TV yet. Alright, let's get this last little bit here. I'm gonna roll around and come around again. Go. Alright, and turn that off, and kick out the bale. Hold it up, and away we go. Let's go grab the trailer and get these picked up. Back under cover and get that auto load trailer. Probably will replant that field into grass again once I get it dug up, and then we'll make that into like a silage to sell field to get us some extra moolah. Because my goal is to get both the orchard, or not the orchard, the winery and the brewery in our stable before we quit this map. But I'm going to keep going for a while on this one. Let's see. I want the unloading assistant on, and I want operating position. Should be good to go. There we go. Oh, run over the bale. That's always good. I'm gonna try and get these bales on the outside edge here. There we go. Can I go down between the two? Perfect. This is the weirdest stacking job they do on this trailer. Not sure why they do this, but it does not stack on the ground with beans when you unload it. Because they want to tip everywhere. Because the bottom is smaller than the top. These two stray bales before I get too crazy here. And get my messed up area here cleaned up. Missed that one bale. Dang it. Grr. Stop jumping over the bales. Can I fit them all on this trailer in one load? Should be able to. Go. 100 bales to keep the horses happy and try not to run over any cars. Let's take it over to the area, and I'm just going to leave the trailer sit there because I am tuckered and I'm going to be yawning into the microphone really soon if I don't just stop. Let's park it over here. And then let's check the horse's health. I gotta be in the pen to do it. Okay, so the health is 8%, and their food and everything is good. So now, let's see, we're gonna go back to the house. And I'm gonna sleep. And then, if they're cared for, let's see, I want to make sure what it says for them. Horse paddock. Okay, fitness and daily riding. Cleanliness is working, so that's good. So it looks like it is already working, because usually you have to brush the horses too. But we will check it out here. Alright. Sleep till 8 a.m. And horsies now have 54% puberty. Okay. And their daily riding is good. So it is working 100%. So we're going to go buy a couple more horses. Since we made a large profit on that spinach contract, we're going to put a couple more horses in place. I'd like to get the barn filled up, but I can't afford to buy all those right away. Because there's awesome little paddocks here. There's room for 4 horses, or 5 horses here. That are individual ones you have to feed in the buckets and stuff and muck them out. And then there's a room for 16 in here. But we're just gonna do... should be right there. Let's do 2 adults And then I think we'll get maybe a colt or two. One. Yes. Okay, and then we'll get a colt here. And we're going to get a seal brown colt. Yes. Okay. So now we got a little variety of horsies. He's cute. And aren't you cute? Alright, so health is 33%. Food's good. Shut the doors again. And let's take a look here. They could use some hay. Let's give them some hay. Trouble is, where do I want to unload these? Bale storage is up here, so I should be able to unload them into that, I think. Right about there. Let's see, and my unload side is left, so we're gonna leave it there, and we're gonna do unload bales onto the trigger. And wouldn't you know, it didn't take. Come on, take the bales. Grr. Why is it not taking them? Is it because it was an auto load thing? Nope. Alright, whatever. We're gonna get the horses some hay bales. Yep. We're just gonna put a couple in the tray there so they can eat them, and I'll deal with this later. I have a feeling it's full, is why it's not doing it, because I think I saw a bale sitting on the top of it. Yep, there's some hay bales up on top, and this must be full. No? 5 of 200. Where's your spot to drop them, then? Maybe I'm just not doing this right. Back up. And stop unloading. Operating position. We'll pick them back up. And I'm just going to leave them on the trailer for right now. So they've got them all stacked there, so I'm not sure why it's not taking them. Maybe it just dumped them all too fast. But we'll get these two doors closed up. And take a last look at our horsies. And I'm going to say goodbye to everybody because I am tuckered and I'm going to go lay down and take a nap for a couple hours. So I will catch y'all later. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.